Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to Petervill. So I'm just setting up my laptop, just give me a second.
Hi, I'm Not Yet.
Yep, it works, good. Slight delay. Okay, so, yeah, welcome back to Petervill. Been a little while since I've been on here. I'm just tidying up the yard. I have actually been busy in the meantime. Since the last stream, if you recall, we were just starting to harvest the potatoes. I got through the previous, I got into the next day, it was getting a bit dark. I tidied up a corner of the potato field that was going to be a bit tricky to do, and then actually, and I've put, what, 2 loads now, I think, of potatoes in the barn for the pigs. And I went to sleep. I got up the next morning and it was raining, and it rained for most of the day. So despite the fact that I had, I've got another wool pallet full. Oh god, look at this mess. So despite the fact that I've got a field of potatoes and 2 other fields all ready to harvest, I couldn't do any harvesting. So, but I have been around. I've put another 4 pallets of wool on the trailer, so that is now nearly full. So, without going stupid high, that pallet there that's full is the last pallet that will fill up the trailer. And I woke up this morning, and the prices are going up. So we need to keep a very close eye on that, because the price of wool and eggs is all going up at Petervill factory. And I've got 2 full egg crates as well, which means I've done exactly what I didn't want to do. And actually that 3rd egg crate is probably nearly full and will be full before I get around to selling them. So I'm going to have loose egg pallets again, but never mind, loose egg boxes rather, but never mind, it's fine. So I've just cleared out the animals for a second time. So yeah, so what I did do yesterday, just done there, they've not updated, just done there, fine, okay. So we need to make some food. They've got grass, but they're not eating, so frankly they can eat some of that. I won't worry if they start to lose some productivity. We've got loads of milk to sell. I do want to get some more cows actually, but not yet. I've sold 2 lots of pigs while it was raining, something to do. Also got rid of the weeds on field 41 and gave that a second fertilization. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to fertilize field 27 before it was now fully grown. So, as well as the potatoes, which you can see we've got a chunk of left, we've got field 26, field 28, field 40 and field 27 all ready to harvest. So we need to keep an eye on the price of wool and eggs, because we'll sell those. We can sell most of the crops that we get. I'll put 1 more lot of potatoes in. Let's just grab the pallet forks, move that last crate of wool, put it on the trailer, and actually position the trailer so that we've got so we can put the egg pallets on top, which will be a bit precarious, but they'll be alright strapped on. And then that's all the yard work done for another day. I think we better crack on with some harvesting, so put this into this last little space on the trailer. There we go, lovely. remember, can I tow this with this? It's a pin hitch, I should be able to. Huh, no. That's odd. Oh well. Grab the John Deere, which is just around the corner. I got the combine out ready last night, just need to fuel it up as we go through the yard. Just leave the trailer there a sec. And actually I need to figure out which field we need to start with. Oh, and of course I'm going to leave my magic header adapter onto so I can get over some of the gates with the header. You forgot about that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, keep watching. Right, so if I put this it's actually reasonably stable. I mean, I'm not going to go flying around corners with it, but it's not too bad. Nip back to the telehandler. Should go and get a worker going actually on the potatoes, shouldn't I? But yeah, so it was a bit of a washout yesterday. I did manage to get quite a lot of little jobs done though. So yeah, like I said, sold a couple of lots of pigs, fertilisation, cleaning the animals, etc., etc. So lots done, but lots to do. Unfortunately, of course, not being able to harvest potatoes yesterday also meant I've now been hit with 2 lots of extra potato harvester lease costs, which is a little bit annoying. So that's like £5 or so. But hey, I'm not sure I managed to pick up both because I didn't do that very neatly. Ooh, no. Okay, fine. Whoa. One. Not at all precarious up there. Not at all precarious. But they're light, so shouldn't make it too top heavy at all. Oh, steady. So the point of today, well, the point of today is to get the crops in, but the point of today is also to try and sell, and I've got all this wool, 2 full pallets of eggs. I've got 40,000 litres of milk, and of course I'll have any amount of potatoes, an amount of crops, soybeans, canola. I'm not too worried about keeping, I've nothing in storage at the moment except for corn. I'm not too worried about keeping some in for the pigs, because when the potatoes are harvested, I'll be reploughing out that field, and actually she just said let's sort this out too. Yeah, I'll be reploughing out that field, and I'll probably split it between canola and something else, so I keep my crops ready for the pigs. perhaps some wheat or something. I'll keep a little bit of the, whoa, weird stuff. Sometimes a bit jittery. Yeah, I'll keep an amount of barley from the 2 barley fields that we've got. 2 barley fields? Yes. For the chickens, because they're running out of food as well. And but otherwise I'm going to leave pigs. I want pig food. I want to grow in the pig field. Done. And as I say, I can have the gate open. There's the other field. Never got around to it then. So this is our first field that is fully ready to harvest and already time is at times 1. Lots to do today. Let's leave that there. Right, let's jump over. Let's have that ready on. Wow, the price of wool and price of milk really are going up. Excellent. Glad I didn't sell it yesterday. Let's jump over. Get into here. Oh. There we go. And let's get this thing going, because this is going to take a wee while. I'm going to be jumping around a little bit, for which I apologise. I'll try and avoid doing it on here. But just make sure we've not missed any. Yeah. There we go, he's going. There's quite a decent headland. I've done quite a lot of tidying up on this field. I've not got up every single potato, but I've got quite a lot of it up. I've been round, there's quite a decent headland, top, bottom and sides. There's plenty of space. Kind of hoping a worker will be alright to continue. I've also done that rather awkward corner down here, which I've got to say was really faffy. It's not an ideal field for doing potatoes. I suppose I should have just seeded it nice and square and not worried about the edges, but there you go. So yeah, I've done all this. This all cleared, and actually as we're here, nip over there. I really need to clear out the manure. Yeah, there's 2 loads of potatoes. Probably do just 1 more, I think. I've also brought up, ready to go, the man truck with the large container. So that's for selling. This is the one that I'm using to put it in for the pigs, because it's a potato trailer and I really wanted to try it. Der Kartoffelkipper. Cool. So that's all ready to go. So we'll leave the work going. We will have to keep jumping back and forth a bit, I'm afraid. But in fact, actually, oh sorry, I'm going to jump now. I'm going to leave you watching him for a minute, just to get a bit of potato harvesting in, and I'll pop back in a sec. Right, sorry about that, I'm back. Okay. Right, how's he getting on? Oh, not bad. Actually, you know what? Oh, he's missed a line. Oh, that's annoying. But we'll leave him to it for now. I don't want to disturb because I might just cause him to miss something else. If I, you know, stop him and go and do that line and then start him again, just it's not worth it. While we're here, though, let's empty him. I'll get the GCB. He's just about to be going in the right direction. I'll be able to drive alongside him. So let's do that. Then we'll go get the combine and get started on the other crops. Actually work. That's kind of weird. Oh no, it does. It's fine. Right. Here we go. It's worth it just to keep him going because I will have to keep jumping back and forth. And he was actually nearly full, so that's good. Because we got 9,500 litre capacity or something. So it was 2/3 full. It's very good, this trailer. Really like it. The sort of net that catches the potatoes. Right. So let's go back to... Is that the harvester? Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave header there a second because we need to go the other way out. We're not going this way out the yard, but I do need to fuel it up. I did fuel tank's here, isn't it? Might put it in the workshop actually. It might be worth getting it tweaked, as I've had to disconnect it from the header trailer, get it fueled up, get it serviced in the workshop, and then we can get going. There we go. Let's reverse back these out. Ooh, that's alright, I thought I was going to hit the edge of that barn. Ooh. So much as I've been trying to stagger my fields and everything, just thanks to the weather and the length of time it takes to do potato harvesting, we've pretty much got everything harvested, ready to harvest all at the same time. But never mind. That's how it goes. Seasons won't be like, I'd say when I first started on 19 compared to 17, where I used to play with seasons running, I was like, oh, this is quite nice, things get ready so fast, etc. But I'm looking forward now to getting seasons back. Have that rhythm of, you know, you do a bit of stuff over the winter, you get your fields ready, you sow, you fertilise, you do your fields, you do your grass work, you know, make some hay, make some silage, whatever, look after your animals, and then you do your harvest, and then you start again, kind of that cycle. Kind of miss it. It's cool. So fingers crossed it won't be too long before we get seasons. We'll have to see. Right, so let's pull up the header trailer right here. Just for a minute, leave the combine there. Most excellent reason that I need to make a load of money today is it turns out the local farm machinery dealer is just about to have a contract with Class. What do you know? So and I've been talking for ages about getting new equipment, about, you know, replacing some of my tractors and, you know, that sort of stuff. You know, I've had this telehandler for a really long time. This came with me from Marwell. I've had the John Deere ever since I started on Marwell. You know, my Massey Ferguson, I've had that for a while, and I was umming and ahhing about replacing that as well. So all these tractors and pieces of machinery that actually I've had for quite a long time now, I think. As you know, this combine, did I get that when I moved here? I think so, because I sold the Massey that I had on Marwell. But, you know, so quite a lot of machinery I've had for quite a long time. So, yeah, turns out class is coming. Maybe I'll get lucky and get some introductory discounts, given it's new to the dealer. Don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Perhaps I can, you know, engineer 10% back or 15%, some sort of cash back type thing, given it's new equipment. Quite looking forward to seeing what comes anyway. Be interested to see what sort of equipment they managed to get in. Right, let the harvesting begin. So I'm afraid between harvesting this and do I really need the straw? Yes, fine. And the potatoes, I'm probably going to end up just doing a bit of a run round, constantly emptying harvesters, but I'll do headlands and, you know, try and show a bit of each as we go. I don't know how much we're actually going to get done in this stream. We'll have to wait and see. This was supposed to be a multiplayer stream with a friend of mine, but unfortunately he's had a bit of a family emergency, so he wasn't able to join. I hope everything works out. You know who you are. Hopefully he'll be alright. Get everything sorted out soon. But if you notice that I'm on multiplayer, that's why I've got this as a multiplayer. It was a bit last minute. It's a lovely sunny morning. After yesterday's rain, it did rain probably about, I don't know, what, 12, 18 hours? Quite a long time. Look at that, it's what, 2,000, nearly 3,000 litres already. We've basically been around the edge. This is a relatively small field. So that's not bad, we're going to get pretty decent yield out of this. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There we go. Oh, left the gate open. What a wally. There we go. We'll keep going for a minute. Let's see what we at. 44%. $47.48, so maybe 50% full. So I think I better go get the trailer. I haven't seen a notification that the other worker is full, which surprises me somewhat. So we'll get this running on here. Maybe we'll go take a quick check on that other worker and make sure that he's alright. I'd be quite surprised if he's not, if not full, certainly nearly full. Hopefully I've judged that right. Yeah, that looks okay. Right. Well, he's still going. He's not far off though, actually. He should do another strip, I think, before he'll be completely full. So that's okay. So let's jump back. Sorry for jumping around. Try and avoid it normally on this map. There we go. Enter vehicle. Perfect. Ooh, how's those prices doing? Let's not miss our chance. Still going up. We've got time on ×1. There's so much to do. So just need to keep an eye on it. Should be alright. Helper F is blocked by an object. Actually, that's probably the combine. So we'll just go straight up there. See what we got. G is 80% full, so that's the potato harvester. Hit that. Let's see what's going on. Oh, he's got stuck turning around, look. Typical. Hedges. So maybe then let's take an extra edge off. So he's got a bit more turning room. That'll do. Ah, helper G's full. Typical. He'll have to wait a minute. There we go. You know, I was going to reverse up, but it's fine. What we'll do is we'll just run this along here. There we go. Should just have enough to keep him going. I'll come and tidy up that corner in a bit. Right, helper G. That's lucky it's even the right way around. Now, do I want to fill this trailer? So hang on, so this trailer's what, 20 odd thousand litres? Something like that. Yeah. It's going to about 16,000. Means we've already got 50,000. You know what? That's enough. That's plenty. Right. If I empty this, everything else goes. Oh, he's got me stuck now. Wow, really? All right. There we go. No, still stuck. Come on, if you keep driving forward and I keep driving forward, eventually we will become unstuck. Wow, we've really got hooked up somewhere. No, we haven't. Well, that's odd. Because actually we aren't stuck anywhere. We aren't actually touching in the slightest. That's really peculiar. Right, do that, do that. There we go. That's very odd. So let's get this out of here. That was a bit weird. Oh, come on. Very strange. Oh, well, there you go. Right. Let's move that out of the way. Get the work started. Looks like the other combine's got stuck. It's not going to be a good day, is it, really? Let's face it. Right. Leave him going. Fingers crossed I've not upset the line too much, but it's fine. There might be an amount of tidying up to do later. I've left the engine running. I keep switching them off. Okay. Now this will glitch a little bit because it gets a bit jumpy in the shed when I'm unloading, so apologies for that. It's also quite tight. I certainly wouldn't have wanted a bigger trailer to do this. But thank goodness for four-wheel steer. Again, okay, it's this trailer. Look, I'm nowhere near. It's got collisions on it in a really weird place because I'm nowhere near that wood pile, but it's not letting me get in. How very odd. Oh well, fine. We're in. Let it down so it doesn't hit the roof. Perfect. Good. Right, actually I can leave this here because that was only leased, so that can go back now. Got more than enough in there for the pigs. Oh, I may need it yet anyway, we'll leave it here. Just in case. And actually I was going to leave that at the edge of the field, but I suppose doing it with a worker, it's fine, because I'll need to replow the field anyway, so even if there's a little bit of compaction, it's okay. Right, let's get back to our other worker who's also blocked and has given up and gone home. Oh well, fine, actually. Oh god, collisions everywhere. Right, here we go. There's actually, while we're here, might as well do this bit. Funny, taken two headlands off. Thought it'd be alright. There we go, that's not too bad. Hey Dutch Lizard Gaming, how are you doing? Let's tie this up. Make my baling as awkward as possible. But I think I need a new windrower. Fortunately I've got it installed. See if I've got enough money left when I can place my tractors. This is Petervill by MJ Modding. Been out for a wee while now. And what am I, 18 episodes? Is this 18 episodes? Yeah, 18 episodes in, so keeping an eye out. I'm not in a rush to move, but keeping an eye out to see where we'll be off to next. In fact, if you watch Silver News, it looks like, now I think it's supposed to be pronounced Greenwich Valley is they're going to try and bring it to console. And I'm very tempted by that, I have to say. Right, 80% full. Okay, let's get the trailer and tractor. Get this emptied on his way back. And hopefully now we've got past all our little blockages and challenges. And this will be a bit smoother. Must remember to keep checking the price of that wallen eggs. Mind you, at times one, it's not going to go up too fast. But I don't want to miss the boat. Go solos. Not that at this point I've got a spare tractor. I suppose I could bring the JCB back down. I'm not expecting to need to use the potato trailer again, because we should be alright with just the hook lift man truck. Quite like this blue, but it's a bit glaring against the, when you've got all John Deere around you, it suddenly looks really blue. Quite cloudy still. I hope we don't get some more rain. It's on forecast at the moment, but you know what Scotland's like, you never know. So what maps do you play on Dutch Lizard Gaming? Get out of his way before he starts winding. Ooh, went the wrong way. Silly apron trailer. Mind you, I'm assuming that you play Farming Simulator. You never know. Now I'm just sitting there watching, I might as well just carry on doing the harvest, especially if he's going to miss chunks out like that. I try and play them all. Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's such a challenge. There's so many good maps coming out. It's crazy. Yeah, because I'm currently trying to manage 3. So I've got Petervill, which is my sort of quote-unquote realistic-ish, as far as you can be, I suppose, or as far as I try to be on console, sort of Let's Play series. And then I've also got, I'm doing Agrotruck for my sort of small machinery, older machinery type stuff. Nice small map, lots more fields, and Washoe, Nevada as my, I call it my fun farm. I put a load of money in, I do what I like, I'll try cheats out, I'll do, you know, shortcuts, I'll do whatever. They're my current 3, but my goodness me, there are so many good maps. I quite want to try that Swiss Future Farm, which I think is an Oxen and David map, so I'd quite like to try that. I downloaded, there was the hang on, withheld that. Got my stream on Pacho. What's Pacho? But yeah, there's also absolutely, it's one of those games, I'm afraid. Yeah, there's a new map called is it Oasis something? Desert Oasis? I've got that downloaded. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks quite fun. It's so different, so different. And of course there's some great things that come out, like flat map. That's quite a cool idea. I'd love to do that. I don't know what happened to the flat map challenge, whether that's still going on. But that would have been quite fun. Yeah, there's just all sorts. What is that name? What Pacho? You mean, is it Estancia La Pacho? Is it that one? That is a good map. Oasis, it is quite cool. It's very different. I think I will use that at some point, just to give it a go, because it's so different. Yeah, Estancia La Pacho is a good map. I started doing a series on Estancia La Pacho a while ago, partly because I never played it on 17, so I started it on 19, partly because we didn't have any base, you know, we only had the base game maps, and partly just because I wanted to, partly because it was the Platinum Edition map for 17, and it had all the Platinum Edition equipment, and I'd never used the Platinum Edition equipment on the Platinum Edition map, and there was a lot of it I hadn't ever used at all the sugarcane stuff, so I started to play on it and never really got far of it. Yeah, exactly, more lives, more time. I know that feeling. I just need to stop working and just play Farming Simulator continuously, then I'd have a chance, right? And even then, I mean, you watch, you know, the likes of Dagwin, Mr. CDP, you know, and mostly that's what they do, and they still don't have time. You've got to give a map some time, you know, really get into it, make some progress. It's difficult. It is. There's always something to do. There's always something to do. The other thing, that's, as well as the maps, it's the number of vehicles. You know, we've got the class, I don't know if you've got the season pass yet, but we've got the class DLC coming out next week, if you're interested in that. And I'm sort of watching that thinking, oh, that'd be cool, and then I think, but I haven't used one of those in 19 at all yet. None of the base game ones, none of the modded ones. It's amazing. But it's great. You're right. It is so relaxing. It's just, you know, I do occasionally find myself going back to my old haunts of, you know, first person shoot 'em ups and that kind of thing, or third person action adventures. I'm playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint with some mates of mine at the moment, and that's great fun. But if I'm playing on my own, I nearly always just do farming. Okay. So do you play on console? No yet. Yeah, you might need to think about that. But again, You don't have to, right? You don't have to. There's so much in the base game. There's so many mods, good mods coming out, so many modded maps. You don't have to have the season pass. I'm a bit of an addict, so I had to. But on PS4, cool. Yeah, so there's some pretty cool stuff in the Anderson DLC that came out. Mostly baling technology. The X-Tractor inline wrapper's pretty cool. Some of the mixing wagons are huge, and I need to lease one to get my cows some TMR. And the class, well, I was so happy when I found out the class was coming. Yeah, the mods are awesome. I first started Farming Simulator on 15, and I have to say I didn't really get into it, partly because I wasn't making any money, actually. But when they brought mods out on 17 for console, it makes such a difference. Such a difference. And Seasons coming will just change it again, as it always does. Seasons on 17 was fantastic. Seasons on 19 is massive. It's gonna totally change the way people play the game, and add a level of complexity that will make it a real challenge, actually. So that'll be an interesting one to try and figure out. But yeah, it's good. The game is it's maturing nicely, I think. There were a lot of critics of it when it first came out. I enjoyed it. I've got to say I wasn't so keen on the two base game maps, Ravenport and Fellsborough, but you know, the mixture of the base game mechanics, the graphics, you know, modded maps, and now really good mods and extra equipment. It's brilliant. It is seriously addictive. Well, it's good. First field's nearly done. Only 7:25 in the morning. Just better check those prices, hadn't I? No, it's not. I started playing it on console. Sorry, I started playing it on mobile. I got FS14 because I got it free from Amazon. This was a long time ago, and it was quite fun. And as a mobile game, it was good. You know, whatever, something to do on the train, standing in queues or buses, you know, waiting tubes or whatever. And then when I found out it was on PS4, I was like, oh, sounds good. But I never really got addicted to the never really got into it on 15. On 15, yes. But then I happened to find a video, the name of which the YouTuber escapes me, but it was a how to make your money in Farming Simulator, how to get going, and it was all about, you know, sell all your stuff, sow your fields with grass, make silage bales. So I did that, and I made quite a lot of money quite quickly, and it just enabled you to get into the game a bit more, especially when you're starting out. So yeah, and then after that, it is addictive, very. But we'll leave him unloading. Let's jump back, get the man, and get the potato harvester unloaded. Oh, he stopped on the wrong side. Ugh, okay. go. It's a bit high, this. Hopefully the potatoes won't get too damaged. Just got just the right angle. Quite a fall into there, but it'll be too heavy if I put it on the ground and then try to pick it up. For it would be too heavy. I'll be selling them straight away. Actually, what are potato prices like? And how's the wool? Wool's topped out at 2001. Okay, I might need to sell that wool. Ooh, milk's going up. Excellent. Got some milk to sell too. How are potato prices dropping? Awesome. So we're going to sell them straight off because potatoes are a pain. But I needed some for my pigs, so I figured I might as well do the lot. And you can make good money. They are, you know, it's one of those things. I'm regretting almost already doing a field this size, but we'll make some money out of them. And I missed the edge, so he's not actually harvesting anything, but never mind. He knows what he's doing, he's just topping. That's all good. Because, I mean, let's face it, we've got, what, about nearly 20,000 litres in there already, so that's already, oh, hopefully it won't drop too far. 395, about £6,000. It does take too long, but, whoa. Problem is, even the new big potato harvester, which is brilliant, self-propelled one, it's fantastic, still has a really small header and a really small tank, and you know, they just get a bit annoying. Oh, thanks Dutch Lizard, I just got your notification. But you know, needs must. I'm about to do a massive sugar harvest on Washoe. Right. Yeah, I'm about to do a massive sugar beet harvest. I've just bought field 3 on Washoe, which is a pretty big field. Right, the next field that's already partly into second growth stage, we are going to do next. So I'll leave that there. Lower it down, drop it off, back out. That's one done. But yeah, so I'll be doing sugar beets quite in extreme. I might tap up a couple of mates and see if they'll give me a hand at multiplayer, because that'll be a big job. But actually, of the sort of volume that actually you'll get a lot of money out of it, and this is the thing. They can be a pain, but doing them big style you can earn a lot of money. I think sugar beets better than potatoes. The harvesters are a little bit more effective, bigger capacity, bigger headers, so they don't take quite so long. But potatoes are a pain. But you know what? Now and again, it's fine. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be cool. Let's see what we can line up. It's not quite ready yet, but it's not far off, so it'll be within the next week or so, I think. Mind you, actually, I'm not sure I bothered putting it on the... Oh well, too late. I don't know why I bothered putting it on the trailer. I've only got to get across to the next field. No worries. I'm sure you wouldn't. Here we go. Right, open the gate. Get hit by the gate. run back, close the other gate. Actually, no, there's no point closing the gate. I've got to go and empty the trailer. Remind me what we're doing. So we've just done oats. Actually, yes, I've only got one field of oats, so that's fine. So yeah, so next we've got soybeans, and then we've got 2 fields of barley, and our canola's not quite ready yet. Yeah, will do. So yeah, we'll leave that gate for a minute. I'm sure the sheep will be good. They can eat a bit of straw if they really want to, at least the crop's not there anymore. Now this is the big field, in relative terms. Petervill wise, this is a big field. Yeah, there's another mate of mine as well, also a YouTuber, Canadian farmer Donny. He's been playing on keeps changing, doesn't it? He's been playing on Washu, so we'll see if he fancies joining too. It's a great thing, this mod. I'm glad somebody bought this out. When it first came out, I was like, oh, that's good, but I'm not sure what I'd use it for. Until I started constantly having problems with getting headers in and out of fields on this map, because there are collisions on the hedges for headers, not for vehicles, just for headers, and I was getting into some real trouble. So yeah, it was great when I remembered that that existed. Haha, good for you. Oh, I'll check you out then. Yes, it was farming simulator. They got me streaming as well. Just try and get this back adjusted while it was on the... That looks about right. Let's do that. Yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'd like that too. Let's definitely do that. Try and set that up. Right, so we'll do the usual, get around the headland. Yep, this is a big old field. So what's the price of oats? Oats. It's not bad, it's not great. Do we risk it? Do we see if it'll go up? Quite just there we go. No, too many trees in the way. We ought to clear some of these trees. Oh, missing. That's too much to miss. That's what happens when you start looking at the views. Let's go and see our potato harvest in a sec. my guess is he's starting to get full. Now somewhere here I still need to take out this one. We're going to get stuck. Oh no, we made it. That's clever. We usually get stuck on there. There's a bough of that tree is just a little bit too low, but no, we're alright this time. Need to get a chainsaw and cut it off. Yeah, you get a much lower yield on soybeans than you do some of the other crops. I really need to set up an experiment. So then people say that, you know, soybean prices are really good. It's a really good crop to earn money, but the yield is so much lower. So I need on one of my farms to have a small field put aside, and I run every crop through it. See how much it costs in seed for planting. See, you know, what kind of volume yield you get, what kind of price you make. Of course, that all depends on the price at the time, but, you know, just be interested. See how it works out. Plus, I'll try and do that on Washo. I keep saying Washo, I'm sure it's supposed to be Washo. Just take this edge off. Fire up your engine. Cool, alright. No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Dutch Lizard. Really appreciate it. Nice chatting to you. And yeah, we'll keep in touch and let's see if we can do something soon together. You too. Have a good day. Right, just get up this edge. We'll get a worker on it. We'll go and check on our potatoes. See how they're getting on, and then we'll go and we'll go sell the wool and the eggs. Price is topped out for the wool, not particularly high in the end, but not bad. And the egg price is going up, but it's probably not that much more. Probably don't necessarily need to put an edge on this bit actually, but never mind. Got this sort of funny corner up here, so probably need to do a bit of tidying up later on. In fact, as we've already seen from doing the other field, I'm bound to need to intervene here and there. Right, well that answers the question. How's our potatoes doing? Alpha B has a nearly full grain tank. Now in a potato harvester, that's not too big a deal. Can I square this off? That hill? No, I can't. So if I can square this up so that maybe we won't need to come back later. There we go. That should be alright actually. So we'll work on that now, make sure it's a nice straight line. Hopefully I'll manage to turn around without hitting the hedge, which would be a bonus. If it does, I'll just put another headland in at this top end where there's not a lot of runoff, it has to be said. It's under grass. He should be alright. Should be alright. Yep, no, he's got stuck. Okay. So we'll take one more edge off. Whoa! And of course he stopped the harvester because he felt like it. Excellent. Good. And again, we are actually nearly full. So, very quickly then, we will go and empty the potato harvester, go and empty the trailer of the oats, and then we'll come back, because by then this guy will be full, very likely. And actually thinking about it, I'm not going to sell the crops right now because that would mean too much carting backwards and forwards, so and that'd just be really dull for you all to watch. As much as I love this map, there's only really one main sell point, so just be constantly driving backwards and forwards to the same place. Maybe I'll do that off screen, or perhaps I'll do a quick time-lapse video. Just me driving backwards and forwards, put some good music on it. That'll be a few minutes long, it'll be quite fun. Right, worker, go. Okay. Hopefully that potato price won't drop too much further. Okay, right, potatoes. Oh, well, there's no point in starting that then, is there? Round again. Still again through it, actually, that's not too bad at all. Right, I'm not sure why I did that, just gone the other way. Just about squeeze it round. It's not been massively profitable. I will more than fill this, so that's 40,000 litres at 300. Yeah, it's not going to get me loads, is it? That's about 10 or 15 grand, so I reckon we've made, maybe we'll make 20 grand off this field. And it's cost me about 6 grand in leasing costs. But never mind. And I can't complain, I've just made 24 grand out of the pigs, so we'll get, you know, I've actually made quite a lot of money from selling pigs. Once you get to a certain number, but you do have to do them in large numbers, that's the only thing. So how much we got so far? Okay, 27,000. Actually, so we're going to make 50, yeah, maybe 60,000 litres in, you know, left to sell. That's not too bad. Right, so very quickly then, let's nip back. So we've got 17,000 litres of oats. That's about 20. It's about 20 grand. But we'll go put it in the silo for now, and then quickly nip back to the soybean field because the combine's nearly full. I told you it was nearly full. Right, quick back out to the field. Get the combine emptied and then we'll nip back down. It's still a bit traipsing back and forth, so apologies for that. We'll nip back down, get the wool and the eggs, and nip out to Petervill factory. I'm going to close this gate now, because when I'll come out the bottom onto the road instead. It's fewer gates to keep coming through. Plus, probably shouldn't keep driving through the sheep field when it's not necessary. Where is it? There he is. Keep an eye on him, make sure that he gets moving again. There he goes. Right. Let's go sell some wool. And some eggs. Don't forget. Just go and camp for a minute. Slow drivers. Let's get past him. Tractor's revenge. Or maybe car's revenge, I don't know actually, depending which way you look at it. Right, mind you, I'm going to have to take this quite steady. With this trailer it might be a little bit unstable. I think we're going to the factory. Actually we must be, yes, because you can't sell eggs at the spinnery, which is the only other place you can sell wool, so... Right. So very carefully. I've got enough room to go around. This way. Very careful, very tight turn. Nice and steady. Here we go. Something tells me beacons are probably a good idea. Whoa, that is wobbly. Might put the cruise control on, set it really slow. Right. Got the weight house. suddenly very busy. Just edge a little bit quicker. Well, not too much though. But don't need any low trees. Actually, that is a point. No, I think we're okay going left. Clear. I'll need quite a wide swing out. I can get caught on that wall. Get right. Just realised there's a little button on the dash, and that doesn't move when you put the lights on. Haven't noticed that before. Right, here we come. Here's our turn. We made it. Ooh, that was weird. What was that? Stuck on the side of the road or something, but I needed to give it quite a wide turn. Nice. So what's that? 53,000. That's pretty decent. Quite happy with that. Good. Bad visibility at this junction, fingers crossed. Oh, I'm quite relieved that went successfully. Ooh, helper A has a nearly full grain tank. That's probably the combine, I'm assuming. Let's quickly just run the trailer back. At some point I'll need to put the egg pallets back as well. Do need the lights on. I've got the beacons on. I'm towing. Just like to have a bit of light on just to make sure I'm visible, even without the beacons. But yeah, so I need to put the egg pallets back. going to leave this? I'm going to leave that there. Reasonably accessible for the pallets to go back. Bring the telehandler back down a bit. Do that. Quickly run out to the soybean field. Try not to kill any chickens on the way. Just going to risk it, jump out. It's alright, just a tractor. If you're towing stuff, it becomes a problem. So I've still got our canola in that field. That's got a couple of growth stages to go. And still got 2 fields of barley. Oh, actually, yeah. Harvest has made quite a decent dent. Is he stopped or is he still going? Actually, he's still going. Oh, so it's the potatoes that's full. Wow, again. Okay. Well, that's fine. At least I brought this back out. That's now ready. But he's 80% full, so I kind of need to catch him on the way back up the field. So let's nip over. Oh, that's odd. I thought he said he was full. That's weird. Okay. Now he's full. Ah, no. So the potato said it was 80%. I beg your pardon. Confusing. Right. So this will now be, this is 40, is it 40,000 or 45,000 litres? Can't remember actually, it might be 45. In which case it'll take nearly another 2 full loads. How's that potato price doing? Because it was dropping. Oh, it's holding now at 394. Oh, that's good. Okay. Milk price is going up actually, so I need to keep an eye on that. I've got 40 plus thousand litres of milk to sell. There we go, we can go. Yeah, so it looks like it is 45,000. So just less than 1 more load. And that's full, we go sell it. Quickly jump back into the John Deere so we can catch and empty the combine going back up the field. So we've already got 10,000 litres in here. So this will be about the same again. So what we're looking at, about 30,000-ish litres off this field. That's pretty good. Soybean prices, that's probably, wow, 40, 50 grand on its own. Oh, apparently it's empty. Okay, fine. So yep, 20,486, so that's fine. Good. Ooh, I know what we could do. Let's go grab the JCB. go fill the milk tanker, and then when the milk prices tops out, we're ready to go to get a good price on that as well, because that'll probably take a couple of trips. I think the milk tanker I've got is only 20,000 litres, and I think I've got about 40,000 litres. In fact, it's probably more than that by now. So yeah, if we get a good price, it'll be worth selling it all. So I'd quite like to get some more cows at some point. Already got, I think, about 30, so get another dozen or so. You know, medium-sized herd, nothing crazy, but oh, gate's open. Mind you, too late, he's already gone round it. Hopefully that will help a little bit. There's already bits at the bottom he's missed anyway, so perhaps it doesn't make a lot of difference. See, I'm also about selling manure. I can't decide whether to keep the manure to use in the manure spreader, or whether just to go entirely over to slurry and digestate and sell the manure, and probably therefore sell my manure spreader, to be honest, which also does lime, but I could buy another lime spreader much cheaper. No, I can't do that. I need to hook the trailer. Yeah, just because if I sell the manure, I'll get some money from the biogas plant, which I haven't used on this map yet, so there's a good reason. And I'll also get some digestate back, so I could do that. Back that up. Whoopsie. Could have done that neater. The combination of four-wheel steer and tracks makes it a bit twitchy. Does do good cornering though. Turns, whatever. Yep, just got 40,000 litres. How's the price doing? Ooh, it's still going up. Oh god, it's only 8,000 litres. Okay. Well, it's fine. For now we'll leave it. Price is still going up. Might need to think about getting a bigger milk container then. Or at least just remembering to sell it more often, right? One or the other. So how are our harvesters doing? Not bad, he's 50% full. He's made a good dent in that this morning, that's good. And how about our combine? Oh yes, going well. Just over halfway through the field. Perhaps not quite 2/3 just yet. got about 4,000 litres in, so that's fine. Maybe we'll take over and do this for a few minutes. I'm going to stop in a minute anyway. Hour and a half in. So what to do? I might finish the harvesting off screen, but I say what I might do is do a little time lapse of me selling all the produce, selling the milk, selling the crops that we've just harvested, because as I said, in case you may not watch this all the way through, or as I understand it, our local machinery dealer has just signed up with Class to start stocking their equipment, and I've been talking for so long now about replacing one or two of the tractors, some of the other machinery, maybe even the combine, probably the telehandler, maybe the baler, all sorts of stuff. And I'm not saying I'll get all Class, we'll see, but that it'll be worth having a look, so it'd be good to get as much money as we can. So yeah, I might I'll finish off this harvesting that we've got, might put a short time lapse together of me selling the crops, and put that up, and then yeah, next time we might be down at the dealers seeing what we can get, see if we get any new deals or deals on new equipment, given that they've just started stocking them. Might be able to get a bit of money back or something, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so I'll keep going on with this, we'll get done, and I'll see you again very soon. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. Likes and subscriptions very much appreciated if you did, or you also need to pay all the straw. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, as I said, would appreciate likes and subscriptions, and otherwise I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.